Hello, everyone. We are about to start this meeting. On behalf of Kría Fund, I would like to welcome you to this web meeting, which is held to present our new investment initiative. My name is Valdimar Halldórsson. I'm an investment manager here at Kría. As you probably know, we opened for applications on this investment program on the 15th of September. And in this meeting, I will go through the main, let's say, main points of the initiative. When I am finished with going through my presentation, Jón Ingi Bergsteinsson, the chairman of the Angel Investor Organization in Iceland, ISPAN, will tell you about his organization and how it can help you finding investors to your startups. And then when we are finished, we can open up for some questions. You can also find all information about this initiative on our website, nysköpun.is. And you're also free to send us questions after the meeting today or even call us. We will, yeah. So, first, it is important to ask, why are we doing this investment initiative? The short answer is that in recent months we have felt a high demand interests from startups in Iceland that are seeking funding, especially pre-seed funding from early startups. It is now already 2 years since we organized our last investment initiative, so it has built up demand recently. And in our opinion, there is an underlying need to help startups progress beyond their earliest stage. Of course, we hope to get applications from startups across the whole country, not only the big Reykjavik area. And one of the goals of the initiative is to strengthen the knowledge industries as the fourth big pillar of the Icelandic economy. So the framework for this initiative is as follows. The focus is, as I said earlier, main focus is on early stage companies. And we will invest in approximately 10 to 12 companies. And each investment will range between ISK 20 to 30 million. And a matching contribution of the same amount will be required from other private investors. This is the same setup as in our last initiative years ago. Our fund, Kría, will invest by using the form of convertible loans. The application deadline is the 20th of October, and the results will be available around mid-November or even a bit later if we have very many applications. So now I will go further into the matching equity investment. The primary requirement is that the company secures at least an equal contribution from private investors. It needs to be fresh money, but not existing commitments or some kind of work contributions or debt write-offs. And we say it's an advance, but not a requirement for the company to have already secured financing commitments when applying to the initiative. But if a company has not secured investor participation, the time of the application, it has a maximum of 6 months to secure the matching funds. Okay. Then I will go through how Kría will implement. So Kría financing will be in the form of convertible bonds, as I said earlier. And we think it's an easy way to do because valuation is often difficult in the pre-seed space. The bond must be converted into equity within 5 years of issuance, otherwise repaid with interest. The conversion price will be based on the first share capital increase after the issuance, but with a 20% discount. The bonds carry 10% annual interest. And we at Kría, we will manage and covers the cost of the bond issuers. We have some conditions for participation that I would like to mention. As I said earlier, the focus is on early stage companies. The business idea must be scalable, innovation driven, and with export potential. Also, the real business plan must be in place. Company must be registered in Iceland with an Icelandic ID number. Projected revenues must be below ISK 50 million in 2025, excluding grants, and total share capital funding to date must not exceed ISK 100 million. Again, excluding some kind of grants. Okay. So regarding the application, it's worth, sorry. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I want to mention some advantages, which are though not a condition. For example, it is an advantage that the companies have received confirmation from RANIS, have received a grant from Technology Development Fund or other source during the last 5 years, and have participated in a recognized business accelerator during the last 5 years. And of course, to have a core team composed of a mixed group with backgrounds, experience, and expertise relevant to the project. So regarding the application, it's worth mentioning that the deadline is October 20th. And applications are submitted via our website, nysköpun.is, and must include information about the company on Kría's web portal. And we also need some attachment, such as a short video presenting the project and the team, maximum one minute. It has to be complicated, only simple video so we can see a little bit from the team. And also a PDF slides presentation. We say maximum 8 pages, including necessary information, for example, the idea, the market, the team, scalability, etc. And also we need to have the 2024 financial statement or only confirmed ISK registration if the company was registered in 2025. And we also need a shareholder list. So After the deadline, we at Kría Investment Council, together with a 3-member advisory panel of experts in innovation for startups, we will review the applications, and we will select some companies. Yes, selected companies will be invited to present the company, team, and the project at special meetings here in Kría. And following these meetings, the projects that stands out and best meet the initiative's priorities will be chosen and invited to negotiate investment agreements with our fund. And then in the end, the investment council will present the recommendations to the fund's board and proposing investments of ISK 20 to 30 million per company, hopefully 10 to 12 companies. Here we have the key elements when we evaluate the applications. Of course, the most important thing is the idea or product, and then we will consider other things, elements such as the strength of the team, the scalability, fellow investors, market differentiation, etc. After we have invested in hopefully 10 to 12 companies, we will focus on some follow-up things that I will mention. For example, we think it's important that the companies adopt responsible governance practices, such as board meetings must be held regularly, etc. Another thing is that's important that the information from the companies provided to shareholders is regular and solid. And then it's worth mentioning that Kría will consider making some follow-up investments in selected companies from the investment initiative. Since our last investment initiative in 2 years ago, we have now made 4 follow-up investments. For a review, here are the companies that we invested in initiative in 2 years ago. As I said, we have already made 4 follow-ups investments. And many of these companies are doing well and have a bright future. And we look forward to, of course, work with these companies in the future. Okay. I have now finished my part here today, and I would like to ask Jón Ingi Bergsteinsson to take over. Are you there, Jón Ingi?
I am, yes. Okay. Thank you. Did you have okay.
The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me to speak to you today, everybody. My name is Jón. I'm the chairman and founder of Iceland, the ISPAN, the Icelandic Business Angel Network. We're, of course, very proud to be a collaborative partner with Nýsköpunarsjóðurinn Kría, who is one of our founding partners, and happy to be sharing this great initiative with them as a supporter from the ecosystem. We're essentially a nonprofit organization that was founded 1.5 years ago, focusing solely on enabling and improving the ecosystem around angel investments in Iceland. And this particular segment has been very scattered and fragmented throughout the last couple of decades. But in Europe and in the US, common business angel networks have been very active in supporting self-funding initiatives like the one we're being presented with today. And myself has been successful in acquiring such a self-funding together with private investors in a company that I had myself. So I understand and know how important such initiatives can be for early stage startups. ISPAN is a community of angel investors and partners who have one focus, and that is to amplify angel investments in Iceland. And we do that through trust building, communication, connections, and of course, presentation of companies that are eligible for angel investments. So with this new initiative from Nýsköpunarsjóðurinn Kría, we look very much forward to welcoming startups that are looking for private funding at the angel level to apply to pitch to our angel network, which are held 4 times a year, pitch events. And the next one is actually coming up now in December. So the only thing that you need to do, if you are a founder and a startup looking for private funding, you can go to our website, iceband.is. And if you scroll a bit down, you can find an application form where you can submit an application to pitch to the network. So the way that it works with Iceband is that there's a fixed process where we go through initial screening, and then there's a voting setup, and then there are 4 to 5 companies selected to be presented to the network during a pitch event. And then we focus on establishing connections with these companies. This is very important, not only for investors to be approached by companies that are looking for angel investors, but also for the startups to access otherwise ill-accessible angel investors that can be very difficult to find in Iceland. So we're of course very proud to be a supporter of these new initiatives, and we hope that some of you, if not all, apply to a pitch either in December or later next year, which is probably going to be in February or March. And if you have any questions on the angel network and how it works, or if you're even interested in joining it as an angel, I don't know if there are any angels here on the call, just make sure that you connect with us via our website, iceband.is. Thank you so much for giving us the time to share much of our vision, Valdimar.
Thank you very much, Jón. And yeah, now we can open for questions. And as I said earlier, you can also, if you have any questions, you can call us or you can send us email, and we'll get back to you. If there are any questions, please raise your hand. We'll try to answer.
Don't know if raising just a hand physically or through the app.
It doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because with the application, there needs to be submitted a shareholder list. But what if we don't have that yet? Then just is it possible? Is it an optional like submission, or is it required?
I mean, if you already have a registered company in Iceland, you should have a shareholder list. Maybe it's only you, or
Yeah. You mean that? Yeah. But not people. Yeah. Okay. It's maybe just that. Yeah.
Don't have to be complicated. Just sending us. If there is only one shareholder, so be it.
Yep. Okay. Tack.
Okay. See any more questions? There are some people are asking on the chat how much share is generally required. Yeah, Johan is asking how much share is generally required from Kría. Yeah, it is 20 to 30 million. You can choose if it's 20, 21, 22. It's between 20 and 30.
But I guess if it means in percentages, you can kind of calculate that out. If you're applying for 30 million and there's a cap on the convertible, you can do the math behind that to understand how much percentages and shares that might turn out to be later down the line, possibly. That would be the cap, at least.
Okay, any other questions? Yeah, Simon is asking, will there be recording made available for this? Yes, it will. We are now recording this meeting, so it will be available on our website after the meeting. Okay. No more questions? Okay, if not, I would just like to thank you for attending the meeting. And as I said earlier, if you have any questions, you can either call us or send us an email, and we will get back to you. And the meeting will also be on our website. Thank you very much for today.